You know, during the pandemic and the first lockdown, I spent my first lockdown on my own. It was the first time in a while that I'd been at home alone, and I started to watch a lot more television than normal. I was watching a lot of cookery, and there was one particular cookery show that I found fascinating that had this inane, patronizing voiceover, just telling you everything that you could see. David is chopping onions. At the other end of the studio, Kate is trying to fry an egg. And I started to copy the voice, because I love voices. I started doing the voice around the house to keep me sane. And I started to narrate my own cookery in the kitchen. Zerdin is serving up fish fingers again for breakfast. Then I started to do it on FaceTime and Zoom and just amuse my family and friends. And then once the lockdown restrictions eased, I started to do the voiceover out and about in everyday life, to narrate my everyday life. But I did it as a ventriloquist, so people wouldn't necessarily know it would be me. It's Monday morning, and Zerdin is in a coffee shop. He's at the end of a very long queue. At the other end of the queue is a man who can't decide whether to order a skinny cappuccino or a knocker chocker coca latte. Zerdin is losing the will to live. He wishes the man would place his order and sod off. Zerdin was hoping for a slightly bigger laugh on that last gag. But pointing out that the gag didn't get much of the laugh actually got quite a big laugh. And they're still laughing a little bit now, although it is slowly and surely beginning to dwindle. Zerdin is now a grown man on stage, talking absolute nonsense. But the audience seemed to like that, and they started laughing again. It's really quite strange. They all seem to be having a good time here this evening, apart from one man. One man in the front row. His name is Hamill. He's not having a good time. He's pretending to smile now, but deep down he'd like to get up on stage and smack Zerdin as if he were at the Oscars. They like that Oscars joke. And they're still laughing now. It's becoming quite a phenomenon. Zerdin is very pleased with himself because that's the first time he's not to say the word phenomenon without moving his mouth.